in a sense, it's like dance. You can explain the rudiments of dance, but to really learn how to dance, you have to dance. You just have to get out there and do it.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Many have argued that Walter Murch is one of the most influential film and sound editors of all time, having edited on a variety of Hollywood all-time classics, some of which include The English Patient.
I woke up shouting in the middle of the night. Jeffrey thinks it's the thing in the desert. The trauma.
I can still taste you.
Apocalypse Now.
You smell that? Napalm, son! Nothing else in the world smells like that. This is the end. I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
The Godfather Trilogy. And The Conversation.
Sometimes it's nice to know what they're talking about.
I don't care what they're talking about. All I want is a nice fat recording.
Murch's theory on blinking, immortalised in his 1995 book, In the Blink of an Eye, explores the psychological, human aspect of film editing, and explains why he believes cuts and certain editing styles chosen and edited at the correct moments may resonate with us on a deeper, primitive level.
The Oscar goes to Walter Murch for The English Patient.
One of the things as an exercise that I do is get that character on screen, and then I try to hit the stop button just ahead of where they blink, so the frame before they blink.
Walt argues that the blink acts as a form of unwritten grammar or punctuation in which we as humans communicate and establish certain conversational peaks, conclusions, and non-verbal articulation. This essentially means that through blinking, we exemplify various emotional intricacies that could not otherwise function through audible communication.
This man's hurt pretty bad, sir. About the only thing that's holding his guts in, sir, is that pot lid.
Walt hypothesised that the frequently ignored blink, seen and done by everyone through everyday human interaction, represents an imperative tool in the world of film editing, as the blink itself, he argues, is either something that helps an internal separation of thought to take place, or it is an involuntary reflex accompanying the mental separation that is taking place anyway. The idea of each instinctive blink attributing to a topical cognitive reset within a specific conversation can also be corroborated through the work of pioneering psychophysiologist Dr. John Stern of Washington University. Stern's 1987 experimental work on the endogenous eye blink proves Murch's hypothesis correct. As the doctor summarises, thus, we conclude that the spontaneous or endogenous eye blink is triggered by aspects of information processing, and that blink latencies can be used as one tool for evaluating the level of complexity of such processing under a wide variety of task demands.
Fuck that shit!
From this, we can understand that blinking is psychologically linked to cognitive state changes or variables, which would in turn suggest that we as editors could potentially ascertain a specific editing algorithm relating directly to the blinks of a good actor or well-personified character. This would mean that in order to access the most emotionally natural edit, we should use the actor's blinks as a potential cut point, with the cut appearing promptly after the character's message or information has been conveyed. Murch goes on to theorise in his book, as he writes, "If it is true that our rates and rhythms of blinking refer directly to the rhythm and sequence of our inner emotions and thoughts, then those rates and rhythms are insights into our inner selves, and therefore as characteristic of each of our signatures. So, if an actor is successful at projecting himself into the emotions and thoughts of a character, his blinks will naturally and spontaneously occur at the point that the character's blinks would have occurred in real life." Hypothetically, if this were 100% correct, then the visual response from the audience watching a well-executed edit and character portrayal simultaneously should correspondingly blink in time with the emotional stimuli presented by the actor on screen.
This is the end, my only friend, the end of our love.
With each cut representing a potential blink point, the correct displacement of the visual field should resemble the humanistic response of blinking, whether the audience blinks or not. The final result should ultimately improve the continuity of the film, as long as the editor maintains the correct rhythmic flow of each blink or cut during the edit.
Parenthetically, what I would say is never, never, never use the blink as the frame on which to cut. You have to do it yourself. You have to come to that decision, and actually making a cut while somebody is blinking is a terrible thing.